All right, Cuomo versus DeBlasio. So New York City, once again, got the worst of it with the protests. And it's because it's run by a communist mayor. DeBlasio is the most incompetent mayor in the city's history. There's no argument among people who really know what the story is of that statement. And Cuomo, the governor, who is not incompetent, he is conflicted because he always tries to do what's best for Cuomo, not what's best for New Yorkers. Okay, so Cuomo, after being embarrassed because he issued a curfew order, the governor issued it, okay, and nobody obeyed it. Here's what he said. Go.
The NYPD and the mayor did not do their job last night. I believe that. Second, you have 38,000 NYPD people. It is the largest police department in the United States of America. Use 38,000 people and protect property. Use the police, protect property and people. Look at the videos. It was a disgrace. I believe that. I believe the mayor underestimates the scope of the problem.
He can attack me all he wants. I'm used to it from him. I think he's wrong, and I don't think it's the way to get things done if we're trying to solve a problem. I try to really be respectful of the state's leadership through this pandemic, even sometimes when I disagree, but I just don't think that kind of approach gets anyone anywhere.
All right, so New York has improved because they have now used all of the police. I'm not going to use the police response. Suffice it to say that Chief Terrence Monahan, the top street cop, just called Cuomo a total charlatan and a total phony, okay? Cuomo could have called out the National Guard. He did not. He could have saved millions of dollars of property damage. He did not. Okay. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Big heroes now. Go to their website. If you read their history, here's what they want. Ready? No public funding for police. Disband all the police agencies in the United States and replace them with private police forces. Reparations for slavery on a level never seen on this planet. Guaranteed income for minority citizens, and you don't have to work. Free college for minorities and open admissions, so everyone can go to Harvard, free. All quote-unquote political prisoners released, and that includes all of them, all people of color in the prisons, because they're political prisoners, according to Black Lives Matter. Vote descended to 16. 16-year-olds should be able to vote. That's Black Lives Matter. It's just a partial list. They are the most radical group in the country. Now, Antifa is worse, but they're anarchists. This is a legitimate group. So Airbnb donates $500,000 to Black Lives Matter. I'll never use their service, ever, as long as I live. Here are the celebrities that support Black Lives Matter. Rihanna, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Ryan Reynolds, Chrissy Teigen, Seth Rogen, Steve Carell, Don Cheadle, Cynthia Nixon, John Legend, Jay-Z, Beyonce, LeBron James, Serena Williams, Selena Gomez, Taylor Swift, Ben Affleck, Ellen DeGeneres, Jimmy Fallon, Justin Timberlake, Jimmy Kimmel, on and on and on. Now, do these people know what Black Lives Matter really stands for? Total annihilation of our American system? No, because they're too lazy. They want to get on the virtue signaling bandwagon, but you need to know what's going on. Okay, that wraps up our race stuff. Joe Biden's going to attend George Floyd's funeral. Good. I think that would make the Floyd family feel good. All right? Donald Trump can't go for obvious reasons. Donald Trump has pulled a convention, the Republican convention, August, out of North Carolina because he has a beef with the Democratic governor, Roy Cooper. Let's say Ray Cooper, right? Ray Cooper? No, Roy Cooper. There's Roy. All right, so Roy doesn't like Trump, giving Trump a hard time. Trump's pulling it and going someplace else. I was going to go down to Charlotte for that, but I guess I'm not anymore. Coronavirus update. Good news in Georgia. Only 306 new cases, and they're open. That's all yesterday. 306, down from 706 the day before. Good news. Bad news in Texas. Almost 1,900 cases yesterday, up from 1,100 the day before. I don't know what's going on in Texas. Sweden, the guy who designed the not closure, don't close anything, he now admits he was wrong. And I was right. Actually, that's not true. He doesn't say I was right. He says he was wrong. This day in history, 1871, June 3rd, Jesse James and his gang rob a bank in Corydon, Iowa. Got $320,000. In today's money, $15,000 back then. Jesse James, most famous outlaw in American history. We still remember him. We know nothing about him. He's a Confederate soldier at age 16. After the war, he didn't give up. He ran with the Quantrell Raiders crew, which slaughtered and murdered. He's a farmer. Then he was roughed up in 1863 from Union soldiers, and he became a criminal. Okay? He was a murderer, but he was glorified. He was glorified by a journalist in Missouri, John Newman Edwards. That's where Jesse James is from, Missouri. He's glorified by the guy and became a legend. And he was shot dead in 1882 by his own crew. They wanted the reward money. Jesse James, day in history.